A man will enjoy a certain type of woman his entire life. He'll date her, he'll love her, he won't allow himself to be too vulnerable, but he will invest himself into that relationship. Uh, he'll enjoy the sex with her, whether he's dating her in a relationship or, it's just casual. He's turned on about by her. He's mesmerized by her. This is the woman that he is deeply attracted to. He will do that. And then when it comes time to settle down, he'll settle down with someone who is the complete opposite of all of that. She is, in his mind, safe. She is the woman who is not too loud. She's not too colorful, not too expressive. Uh, doesn't show her shape too much. She hasn't been with. She hasn't had a lot of sexual partners in his idea of what a lot means. Um, she doesn't have a lot of experience with men. I mean, the list goes on. He'll settle down with what he considers safe, and there's a legitimate reason for this, although it often backfires on men. It will backfire on you. The reason for this is because when a man is ready to settle down, he is going to put all of his energy into building his structure. And I really want you to pay attention to this. Building his structure in terms of the house, the financial structure, uh, the moral structure, everything about the relationship. He's got his hand in really putting that thing together in a way that fits his idea of what a structure should look like. And it could be a huge structure, where he has businesses and houses and land and all kind of things. And it could be a very small structure where it's just him and her in a small house and a child. And that child is a part of the structure too. So everything that you have in your relationship is the structure that you build. So it only makes sense that you choose someone who you feel that you could build this structure with, and the whole thing doesn't fall apart after you've placed all of this energy into it. Because you know it would really be a shame for you to build all of this, to choose someone who you find reckless and chaotic, which is what the masculine sees in the feminine, even though he's attracted to it. And then so you build this whole thing, and because of who she is, the whole thing comes falling apart, and you've wasted 5-10 years and all of this energy building this structure. So what he does is he tries to pick someone who is safe, someone who he can build this structure with, and he doesn't have to worry about the whole thing falling apart. And he may be right in that she is safe for that. However, in doing that, he becomes the issue. He becomes the unsafe one, and I want to explain how. And please excuse all of the fruit flies and everything around. I just did some banana harvesting, so they're everywhere. So, what happens is he's picked this safe person, but he spent his whole life chasing women and being with women who he actually enjoyed, who he actually is attracted to. And he's not really that attracted to the woman who is safe. He's not really attracted to her because she doesn't have that energy that he craves, that's opposite of his own. And the masculine sees feminine energy as chaotic, colorful, constant movement, uh, dangerous. That's what he sees in feminine energy, and he's attracted to it. He loves it. But it's hard for a man or a masculine dominant being to be with a feminine dominant being because of just that. Just like it's difficult for a feminine dominant being to be with a masculine dominant being because in masculinity there's a lack of movement. It's very black and white, this or that, and very still. And the feminine cannot be that. She can exist in a structure that presents that, but she cannot be that. But that's a different subject, and you can read more about that in my latest book, What She Taught Me. So he settles down with this woman, but he does not desire her the way that he desires his energetic opposite, who he has already enjoyed for his entire life. So what does that mean? Even though he's settled with this woman, he's thinking about all of those other women and that type of woman while he's with her. And that's why men end up cheating. That's why men end up, when they're settled, really relying on pornography. That's why a lot of men have erectile dysfunction. It has nothing to do with them physically. They're just not attracted to that woman. And it's very difficult for them to say that, but they just don't have that attraction. And it doesn't mean that you're not a good person or that you're not attractive. It's just that you're not his energetic opposite. So men, you need to be with the one who excites you, who is your energetic opposite. She may scare you. She may frustrate you, but you are attracted to her. That's what you're attracted to, and that's what you should be with. Or you're going to become the problem in terms of something that could cause destruction to your structure. You're going to become that problem, even though you've eradicated it in the person that you're with. So it only makes sense that he does that, but it comes back to haunt you because that is what you want. One thing that women do when their partners cheat on them, they always look at the other woman and say, I don't understand. She's nothing like me. And that's the whole point. She's nothing like you. She is, well, there's a lot of things that she can be that you're not. But in terms of this video, she is the energetic opposite of him. Sexually, the woman who is the energetic opposite of you will completely drain you. She is the woman who will leave you feeling decimated. And I talk about this in the book, and it is so important as well. She is the woman who will leave you feeling decimated after you have sex, after you have your orgasm. You will feel like you're on the edge of death, and that's just the most peaceful thing that a man can feel. That's because that is what the masculinity chases: emptiness and death. She is the one who can give you that. The one who is your energetic, pretty much the same as energetically, cannot give you that. She can give you an orgasm, but she cannot give you anything close to that euphoric feeling of being close to death. So this is the advice that I want to give you men so that you don't pick the wrong partner. Two things. First of all, make sure that you choose someone who is your energetic opposite. That is so important. So understand what your energy is. Masculine energy, if it's really strong masculine energy, you need someone to balance you out who is strong feminine energy. Now, this can present a problem too because it's very difficult to be with your energetic opposite. It's easy to connect with your energetic opposite, and it's easy to have sex and enjoy this person for a short time, but it's very difficult to actually be with this person, hold that connection. That's the reason why we have institutions such as marriage, to try to hold those things together, because they're really hard to keep together. So it's very tricky because you have to allow that person to be who they are, even though it terrifies you. And that's really what it boils down to with men, the fear of her leaving. So the way that you balance that out is make sure that you're with your opposite in terms of temperature. What does that mean? If you're a hot temperatured person, meaning, you like to move, you like to dance, you get really fiery quickly. Even the thought of a hot person, you can envision what that means. Somebody who's very active. You want to be careful about being with somebody else who's the same way, because two people who are hot, yes, you're going to have hot, passionate sex, but you're always going to be butting heads, always. If you're a hot temperatured person, you'd be better off being with someone who is cool temperature. This is someone who's laid back, doesn't get upset easily, quiet, calm, because this person will balance you out. So now you're at that good balance. Now, if you're masculine, but you're cool temperatured, then you don't want to be with someone who's cool temperature, because even if she's feminine, her cool temperature will make your relationship boring. Your relationship will be very flat, okay? There will be no passion. There will be no heat. You'll have to search for it. And anytime that, because she's cool, she's going to have some hot temperatured friends to balance her out. And anytime she brings those hot temperatured friends around, you're going to find yourself attracted and turned on by them, or just any hot temperatured woman, period, because you're always around cool temperature. Same thing with if you're hot temperatured and you're with a hot temperatured person, you'll find yourself looking for someone who's cool temperatured because they're going to balance you off, they're going to cool you down. So make sure that you choose your energetic opposite and the opposite in terms of your temperature. And if you can do that, then that'll put you in a good position to find the right person. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have to grow as a man. You're going to have to really evolve in ways that you never expected. But you're going to be so satisfied that it's going to be so worth it for you. I know it's a lot. Rewatch it if you need to. Get the book, What She Taught Me, at whatshetaught.me book.com. Thanks for watching.